good. We are here on a Monday night. We started a little early tonight because we got so much to pack in here. Tonight we're going to do a show that talks about a topic that was very intriguing when we got it in. When I read it, I said, "Whoa, this is what we got to talk about." So here's
that usurped my topic. He usurped my topic, guys.
Well, I just went around her topic. By the way, I'm assuming people know who we are. I'm Dr. Willie Jolley.
This is me,
Dee Taylor-Jolley, and we're the authors of the book Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. If you're joining a first time, your friends are from arranged marriage. Yeah, we talk about that in the book from India. We talk about that. Anyway, we're Dr. Jolley and Willie and Dee Jolley.
And some of them work out very well. It's completely different culture and how they think.
That's right. We're the authors of the book Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. We want to invite everybody who has the capacity or interest in two things that we've been asked about. We want to make sure you're aware of is that we do have the relationship repair series available for any and everybody who wants to improve their marriage in the 5 areas we talk about: communications, sex, finances, family matters, and blended families. And there's a special session on the 11 biggest mistakes people make in relationships and how to fix them. So we encourage you to go to jolleymarriage.com/events, jolleymarriage.com/events, and register for that. I'm not registered, just purchase it so you can get it on demand. The other one is that we get a lot of people say, well, you know what? I want some mentorship with you. So we've got some mentorship programs that we've put on the website that are available for those who want to get either one or two of us together and pay us a fee for our coaching and mentorship service. We don't do counseling, but we do coaching and membership.
And we're also recommending certified counselors.
Right. That's what we want.
Because we have people who are asking. So as I think I said earlier, that we're updating the website so that we can provide other resources other than just us.
Yeah.
We want to be a curating site.
Good.
Do you know what that is?
I know it's a big word.
You agreed?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
If they can come to us for resources, and if we're not able to help you directly, we can point you in the right direction for other resources.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing is that when you want to get access to that coaching mentorship, you go to jolleymarriage.com/mentoring, jolleymarriage.com/mentoring. Mm-hmm. And there you can get the details on how to sign up to get on our schedule to have
how to get access to us.
How to get access. So 2 things that we want you to go: jolleymarriage.com/events for on-demand training program. And then if you want mentorship and coaching, jolleymarriage.com/mentoring. Okay, now let's talk about this issue that, hey, Sherry Elliott, that we talked about tonight. And
what is the issue?
So the lady says her husband is really a nice guy. They've had a great marriage. They get along fine, except when he gets very angry. He explodes, and it's frightening.
Well, how often you get along fine, you have a great marriage, and you have a spouse who explodes?
Yes.
How is that a great marriage?
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, hey, Olympia. So I'm just saying what the letter says. So here's the deal. She says she had asked him to move something in the kitchen a few times. He said, I'll get to it. But
so she was nagging.
She was nagging. One. Then when he said after 3rd or 4th time, he said, I'll get to it. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. She said something derogatory under her breath because she didn't want the kids in the other room to hear it and maybe muttered something. All like, that kind of thing.
No, I don't know.
Sucking the teeth. And we don't do that. Anyway, whatever she said set him off. And he got up in her face and said, "How dare you?" He blew up and he hollered and screamed. The kids were frightened. And
so what is she asking you?
She said, "What do I do about this? Is it okay?" He apologized later.
Was she frightened?
I guess she was frightened but she's seen it before. But she said, "What do you do about a spouse who blows up and explodes?" And so I said, "Well, we need to talk about that because somebody else might have similar issues, or someone else might be dealing with a similar situation."
Terrence said he had a temper tantrum.
Terrence said he had a temper tantrum. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Here's what we know is that he exploded, and this is not the first time he's done it. And it made me say, as I read the letter, she was pushing his buttons. And she knew which buttons to push. And I'm not giving him a pass or giving her a pass. Both parts could have been avoided. That's what I'm saying. Avoided. So there are a couple things I want to talk about. But before I do that, I'm going to let Miss Research person.
You sprung it on me at the last minute. No, you go ahead and say whatever you're going to say.
I can go ahead and say whatever I'm going to say.
Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
That's when the country comes out of her. The Virginia comes out of her. You going to say what you going to say. Terrence says like a little boy in a man's body. That might be true. Or it might be that she pushes his buttons and she knows which buttons to push. Maybe
she did it intentionally?
I don't know if she did. We have had somebody who we have coached and talked about who had a pattern of pushing their spouse's buttons, right?
It was passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive.
In that particular case.
So the one we were coaching, we talked about it and how this one.
But when he pushed her buttons, she didn't respond in a violent.
Well, she retreated. She retracted.
She fell apart. She cried.
Right.
And they did not end well because they ended up getting a divorce.
Right. They wouldn't listen to our advice. So here are the things I want to say. First of all, one, respect. Everybody wants and needs to have respect. Spoken to in a respectful manner. You disagree respectful. But snide remarks under your breath, disrespect.
So she provoked him.
Obviously, because she said he's an easygoing guy until this happened. And the way it read, she kept on going after he said, I'll do it. And then she said something. She didn't say what she said, but it was under her breath. And she said it was not nice. She did say that. Mm-hmm. And he said, you were rude. And when he hollered and screamed and jumped up in her face, he said that was rude and that was unacceptable. And I just can't handle that. So here are the things we want to say. I want to say agree about disagreeing. Here's the thing. We talk about in the book how to disagree without being disagreeable, agree without disagreeing. What are the rules of engagement? Now that's what we want to first start with. You should have some rules of engagement. Here are the rules.
So she knew better than to say that, but she said it anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the rules of engagement. We're going to make a deal and we tell couples, put something on the table that says, this is below the belt for me, whether it's calling you out of your name, whether it's talking about your parents, whether it's talking about your family members, or cussing at me, or threatening to leave me. That was our rule of engagement with Chinese food. Okay, that was 30-some years ago. I don't like people threatening to leave me. She said her rule of engagement, she didn't like anybody hollering at her. She didn't like anybody hollering at her. So those were the things we put on the table. We haven't done it anymore, and we haven't had an argument in over 35 years. So,
I think we're very civilized.
Well, that's what this needs to be. Some civilization and civil activity and respect. We're respectful. And keep your word. Ouch. Keep your word. Terrence says, time for them both to grow up and get our book. You're right about that, Terrence. If you are listening to this, you're watching this, and you sent us the letter, or you know who you are, get 2 copies of the book, one for each of you. Go through it chapter by chapter.
But it doesn't work if you don't work it.
If you don't work it, you got to work the information. You got to do what we tell you to do. Talk about it. Read it together. Have conversation.
And I think the mutual respect is really key.
Mutual respect, rules of engagement. What else? Let's see what else we talk about in the book. This is chapter number 6. All right. Dial it back. Now, he got angry. When he got angry, he hollered and screamed and got up in her face. No. Dial it back. Dial back the body. Take a breath. That's what we call a pattern interrupt. That's it. A pattern interrupt, where you know you're getting angry. You can feel the rage coming up upon you. You can feel that heat. You got to do a pattern interrupt. Count to 10. Go for a walk. Go for a ride. Say, I need to take a moment. Breathe. Do something to break the pattern of anger coming upon you. Because if you don't, you might say something that you'll have to apologize for later, or say or do something that you cannot take back. Your words are like toothpaste.
I read this article that said, when you say ugly things, okay, so we know that words can hurt more than sticks and stones, but you don't have a backspace. On a computer, you've got a backspace.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a very modern one.
That's good.
As well as we like the idea you can't put the words back. You can't, like putting the toothpaste back in the tube. Doesn't work.
Right.
The idea of, you know what, you say ugly stuff, but you don't have a backspace for your mouth.
That's
like
right.
A backspace.
Oh, before I forget, we need you to put the word out. We're looking for 2 or 3 couples who we can interview on this platform, this television platform we are
on the Zoom platform or whatever that platform is.
We want 2 or 3 couples. If you're interested, let us know. Send us an email. We are having conversations with some television production companies, and they want to see how we interact with couples who are having some issues.
With people.
We don't want, if it's a sex issue, we probably won't want you to talk about that, because that's very, very private.
The only people who are going to see it are the
producers.
The producers.
Yeah. So if Terrence, you know a lot of folks, tell them we're looking for 2 or 3 couples. Linda and Greg, you know a lot of people. Lynthia, you know a lot of people. Sherry, you know a lot of people. All the other folks who are watching. If you know,
they have some issues they want to talk about, but not something that's so intimate.
Yes, intimate that would be an embarrassment.
Yes.
So info@williejolly.com. Say I'd be willing, or I want to volunteer. It's about a 15-minute interview. We'll talk about your issue, your challenges, and see where it leads. Okay. Would you do that for us? Info@williejolly.com. We're supposed to do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are the things we talked about so far? To keep respect. Don't be talking under your breath. Don't be saying snide remarks. Don't think to do or say things that you know are going to be disrespectful or hurtful. Number 2 is you must decide on your rules of engagement. What are the things?
But that's early on. You already passed. You already messed up. By the time you get here and he's hollering and screaming, the horse is out of the barn.
Right. And then respect, rules of engagement. This is something you don't want to do. Dial it back. If you feel that the anger coming upon you, dial it back, do a pattern interrupt. And then we always say, settle your issue before you go to bed. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. That's Bible, baby. That's Bible.
You know what? You are so loud.
Bible.
You can't help yourself.
Somebody mentioned to me, they said they saw me at Unity. And they really enjoyed the message. I think you can see that.
You spoke at Unity.
Last weekend I talked about.
Last Sunday before last.
You got to keep it 100.
I thought that was a really good message. And that you need to share. Keeping it 100 says about having a positive attitude. And that the word attitude actually ends up the numbers, A for 1 and so on, ends up being 100. I thought that was really great. I said, oh, you're so smart.
Yeah,
All this time, I never heard you say that before. I think you need to talk about that more often.
You think I need to talk about that?
Yeah, I do.
If she says that, I guess I'm going to do that.
That was good.
So, got to keep it 100.
So it's on YouTube?
It should be on YouTube. We're going to make sure it's on our Jolly Good News site, and we're going to maybe send it out. If you all follow me on social media, because it was a very powerful message. So many people stopped me at Asbury on Sunday when I went for the homecoming and said, we saw you at Unity. It was off the chain. One lady, she's almost 90 years old. She said, that was such a good message. My niece sent it to me. I loved it.
That's good.
So
that's encouraging for you.
All right, now I've given my points of interest. 1, respect. Be respectful of each other. Talk in respectful tones. Thank you, whoever said we are the cutest ever. Oh, before I forget, I'm going to be on Fox 5. It's called Lion. Brand new show tomorrow morning.
Lion.
Lion.
See, it shows you how much I know. I didn't know what it was.
Lion is
on Fox 5. You're on at 10:30.
No, I'm on at 11 o'clock.
Oh, you have to be there at 10:30.
Yeah, I got to be there at 10:30. Okay. But it's called.
The show is called Lion.
Yes,
it's an acronym. Acronym
for like it or not. Like it or not. Like it or not.
Well,
daytime. I was on the evening version.
They liked you.
Yeah, I was on the evening version, so they want me to come back. That's tomorrow morning at 11 on Fox 5 in DC for those in the DC area. Second, though, this Saturday, homie girl and me are going to do our first TED Talk together.
It's TED Talk, Warrington, Virginia.
Somebody said you look awesome tonight. Absolutely.
Oh, you're so
How y'all like her
kind.
new glasses? She got like a million pair of glasses. Every week is a brand new.
No, it's not. But these are new. They're kind of greenish color.
She's cute. I'm a keeper. Anyway, so we're going to be in Warrenton TEDx. If you're in the Warrenton area, Warrenton, Virginia, they still have tickets for our presentation at TED Talk. It's going to be quite an event. Okay?
Yes.
This Saturday, the 24th.
And then whatever they do, they YouTube it or whatever else.
It'll eventually come up. Okay, I'm going to give you time to talk about how to avoid explosive arguments from your research. Not from our book, not from the book we wrote that we want to sell millions of copies of. From research she went and found somewhere. Go.
But it's the same basic principle, sweetheart. But I'm just
make love, make money, make it last. 10 secrets to shape a great marriage. Go to jollymarriage.com. Get it.
People need to be reminded of the information that's out there.
Okay.
I'm a curator of information. All right. So the topic was how to avoid explosive arguments.
Yes.
Okay. So a very popular resource is Psychology Today.
Okay.
That I actually get. It comes out like every other month. But Psychology Today said that, you know what? I don't know. They've done the research that says if that couples that argue more than 20% of the time, I'm trying to figure out how they know. Couples that argue more than 20% of the time are more than likely not going to stay together. Like
the couple we had dinner with some years ago?
Well, we've had dinner with
lots of couples. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Okay,
and they weren't at the table 5 minutes before they had argued. They said they argue all the time. They did not stay together. Okay. So here's some strategies. Now, the Psychology Today article was written by a PhD, and his name is Barton Goldsmith. Okay. And his specialty is
emotional fitness. Now, isn't that interesting?
That
emotional fitness. So, emotional fitness to me says that you might be able to function intellectually in terms of your work and everything, but when it comes to feelings and expressing them a certain way so that you're not intimidating people or being able to draw somebody out and to show care and compassion, that you jacked up.
Jacked up.
How about that? You didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
I did not.
Okay. So here's some things that from reading this I came up with, which crosses what you already said. Don't raise your voice.
Don't raise your voice. You raise your voice.
Now that goes with your being respectful.
Respectful, and you're going with that when somebody raises their voice at you, you automatically. I'm
going to put up defenses
because you see it as a disrespect and anger and mean and nasty.
Right. And the household that I grew up in, you didn't raise your voice.
Got it.
You're always sweet and kind.
All
okay,
right. That's good.
Decide ahead of time that you're going to control your temper.
Pattern interrupt.
So then that goes to your developing a pattern interrupt as well as getting rules of engagement. That's really the first thing. Okay, we're so very different people. Now, how are we going to figure out how we're going to resolve our differences?
Right.
And we know we worked it out after we had the hollering match at the Chinese restaurant.
Right.
Okay. I thought this one was good. Think before you speak. That still goes with the pattern interrupt. Okay.
Also,
I can't talk about this now. Let me take a walk. Let me go for a ride in the car. Now, we've had couples who've said to us, but I want to talk to them now. And I chase them around the room. I follow them out. Well, what does that do?
Right.
I already told you.
It's called a fight or flight syndrome. Right. One person wants to fight, the other one wants to get away, and they get a little grip.
So there's no resolution there if you're going to go after somebody when they've said,
"Give me a moment.
I need some space." Then that also goes to respect.
Right.
You're not respecting them by not allowing them to say to respect what they say they need.
Right.
Right.
Think before you speak also sinks to the fact of discipline. The discipline it takes that you're not going to say something and in a moment of anger because you might say something that is really hurtful and will never be forgiven.
Here's the other thing I thought about when I looked at think before you speak. For those of you who are extroverts, it is easier for you to think and speak at the same time.
Okay.
So it's going to be harder for you to not say something.
Okay.
But those of us who are introverted, which simply means that we're thinking and pondering and like all of that before the words come out, that it's more likely that we're less likely to say something offensive because we've mulled it over. And then if it's offensive, it's probably because we intended to say it.
Yeah. Okay, but here, one more thing. Whether you're extrovert or introvert, the bottom line is wisdom. Wisdom is the primary thing, because if you're wise, you will not say something until you have really had the wisdom to say, nope, that's not going to work well. Nope, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to make this moment the time to do it. And so Terrence said, what did she say? She didn't say what she said to make him.
It must have been really ugly because she didn't write it.
And she said he flipped out. He went. And you know what?
And she's probably done that before.
Yep, she's probably done that before. And let me tell you, all I can think about, and I'll tell you, y'all know I'm pretty transparent. A woman, I'll just say a woman I dated years before I met Dee, could push my buttons. And would say things that would set me off. And I had a temper issue as a child that I had found a way to get control of because I realized it didn't serve me well. So I said, this is not working. But when that woman would push my buttons, I'd flip out. Now, I never put my hands on it because my father was forceful in saying, never, ever, ever, I don't care what, hit a woman. Never. Even if she hit you.
Wow.
Okay? even if she hit you, do not respond back. Walk away. And he drilled that in my brother and I.
Sound low on IG.
Oh, sounded low on IG. I don't know what to tell you here, Terrence.
Put a sandwich in your mouth. He's so funny.
But here's what I'm saying. Wisdom says, I don't know what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, but I know that I'm going to have wisdom in this moment. I ask God for wisdom to get me through this moment. All right. Okay. Last few things.
What do I have? I have view the situation from your partner's perspective. That goes to our 4 F's.
Yeah.
Be friendly, be frank, be fair, and focused on a win-win.
And be fair means, what's your position? What's your point? We listen to that.
So you have the LQC. Listen, question and clarify. Because you're looking to see, you're investigating to see what you're missing. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to agree,
right?
But you want to have a very clear understanding of what this person is expressing.
Right. So,
right?
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
But see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That deals with express yourself clearly, right?
Wow.
So what do we have? So we've got
respect,
your rules of engagement, do a pattern interrupt,
dial it back,
use the 4 F's.
That's right. If you don't have the 4 F's, don't know the 4 F's, get the book. It'll tell you the 4 F's. I'm always pushing.
And we're doing that on the TED Talk.
We're going to do that on the TED Talk.
All right. Wait. Okay, so now we're down to, you got to have a dose of, my question. No.
Oh.
Okay, here was the question.
All right.
And I just said,
all right, go ahead.
Okay, what should I do? My fiance and I are getting married soon. He does not want my 6-year-old daughter to attend the wedding. How should I handle this? She's my heart. I had.
What do you think, Dee?
I thought, oh my God, what should she do? She should run, not walk away from this man. He does not want her 6-year-old child to attend the wedding. You get married, you marry everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. So I'm thinking that this is just a little short thing that I got, and I'm like, she needs counseling.
She needs counseling, and
because
that's
you got so far in
that he doesn't want your daughter at the wedding. Goodbye. That,
oh my God, that is terrible.
That's a controlling red flag, Terrence.
Yes.
It is a bad deal, and you got to do it. Okay, the last bit of quote.
Okay, the dose of D. It's the beginning of the 4th quarter, October, November, December. It's time to review. What were your goals for this year?
Right.
We are in the process of reviewing our goals, business goals and personal goals, and we've got like 3 months to get it together for what we haven't done, as well as planning for the next year, 2023.
That's right. Got to make it happen. Our time is up. Your time is coming because we're going to play the music, but I want you to remember tomorrow morning, Fox 5, 11 o'clock, DC, tomorrow morning, you can watch me. Now, TED Talk this Saturday in Warrenton. And for those who want coaching, counseling.
Do we have a link or something?
No, we don't have nothing. All right, so I don't got nothing. All right, so let's see what else somebody just said. Thank y'all, the Johnson Group, Byron, Deese, all the folks who hit us. Thank you. We got to go. And look, if you want coaching, mentoring, is jolleymarriage.com/mentoring, jolleymarriage.com/mentoring, and to get the relationship repair series, jolleymarriage.com/
Love you guys. Love you too, Miss Olympia Oma. Did I get that right? Is that right?
Oma, thank you. jolleymarriage.com/
mentoring.
Yeah, but how do they get the relationship repair?
Events.
Okay. See? Thank you. We got to go. Here's our music on the way out.
Thank you.
God bless y'all.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.